super chat sound. Yo,
Let's go, baby. We in here. Wayne, what's up, bro?
it's time we face off. It's Friday, ladies and gents. Face off Friday. Full effect. We are back live. You know, my God, I prefer to do the show live, but sometimes we just gotta hit them with a recorded session. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, time is not always on everybody's side, and we have a good way of compensating for that. We make sure that the faithful and our loyal supporters get what they've been asking for, what their expectations are. You know what I'm saying? They've been saying, "Hey, if y'all not here at 4 o'clock, what's the problem? What's happening?" And so we've been making it a concerted effort to make sure we give them what they've been asking for. If that means that we got to record after hours, early in the morning, or something like that, we drop those shows. Let me change my background because now I'm stitching to myself. I just realized that. I was literally on another show. I was tapping in my inner Wayne Breezy. My man Wayne Breezy is the hardest working man in the industry. Every time I turn on my YouTube, I got a live notification from my man, you know. And I was just doing a Patreon show live. So shout out to everybody who was in there. Shout out to everybody. I saw you and John Chapman. I sent y'all a nice heartfelt message. My
you
daughter
did.
was in the background. You saw it?
Yeah, I did. I
She
didn't
said,
get a
"Oh
chance to
my
respond.
God."
Yeah,
No, no,
my
no, I
fault.
didn't want y'all to respond. I thought about paying for it, and I was like, "You know what? They'll see it." Like, I just wanted them to know, like, my daughter was like, "Oh, that's John." She remembered. Y'all really, really made her weekend, man, and
My
that's the
birthday
love
week.
of the faithful family, bro. That's the
Yeah,
love.
man.
I wish people understood just how phenomenal, like, the faithful really, really are. Like we
Yeah.
walked in to that event that John was hosting, and you were out there with hosting as well. And Wayne was performing, hosting, doing raffles and all kinds of stuff. And we walked in the door. We weren't even past the line. And someone on stage reckoned, oh, Mike from Nothing But Niners here. Everybody started going crazy, blah, 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 blah. The moment they found out it was my baby's birthday, Wayne pulled her up on stage. Everybody in there wished her a happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? She got
Yeah.
tickets to get Frank Gore autographed memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just made her day. In that little moment in time, I came home. I turned on the TV. They had a half day today. I put y'all on the big screen. She was like, oh, that's John. Like, she's never going to forget that.
Yeah.
She's never gonna she sees you every day.
Yeah,
She
but she
knows who
didn't she
Wayne
didn't
is.
get she didn't say, "Oh, that's Wayne."
No, she says that every day. Like, they expect to see you
Yeah, but did
with
she say it today is my question.
did you say that's Wayne or did you just say that's John? She said that's John today.
Oh, she's
Today
cut
it was just
off.
that's
She's
John.
cut off. She's cut off. That
Oh, he
that
said you cut
yeah,
off.
yeah, she's cut off.
Wayne
Like
cut you off.
you
Oh,
gotta
so you and he
acknowledge
the
the
same
Wayne
face.
first. That's okay. That's the gas face. They don't know nothing about the gas face on the West Coast. That's the East Coast thing. You know what I mean? Like,
She gave it to you, bro. She was like, oh, cutting me off. Cutting me off.
I'm just messing with her.
He said he's
Yeah,
just messing with you, baby.
I do want to shout. I got an
Smile.
email today from one of our uh viewers and community people out there from the faithful, from my man Ben Michelle. Right, he sent me an
Hey Ben,
email.
that's my guy right there.
Right, but he sent me an email and he was like, "Hey man, I hope you don't mind me. I sent you a text message, blah blah blah, and I hope you don't mind. I feel like I should have sent the email, dude. If you need to reach out to me, if anybody needs to reach out to me and they have the way to contact me, do it. I'm not gonna bite your head off. I kind of like it because you guys be asking me questions and then I can kind of like, you know, respond. But Mike, this was dope. He came up. He called it an epiphany, but that means if it's an epiphany, he had this vision like kind of like before it happened, like
That means it happened first, yeah.
right. And so I don't know if this is an epiphany or more of a conspiracy, but either way, it's pretty daggone dope because I'm sitting here reading this joint and I'm scratching my head like no freaking way. All right. So before we get to the face off, and I'm sure Mike had a great day, and I'm gonna have a great day. We gonna have great days. You guys are having a great day. I want to read this epiphany. He says the reason It is the year for the 49ers. Is because of this. 2024, this year, minus 1946, which is the year that the 49ers was founded, equals 78. Divided by 6, which is our total number of rings after getting this Super Bowl, it will equal 13. That's the first. I like that, dog. The Super Bowl is on February, what is it, the 11th? 2 plus 11 equals 13. I'm going to give you just hold on. 49ers, 4 plus 9. The numbers in our logo, in our name, equals 13. Run CMC is the number 23. 2 plus 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 8 years of playing for CMC equals 13. I'm just waiting for Mike to spit out the hookah, opposed to it coming out of his nose. Kittle's number is 85. 8 and 5 equals 13. Who on the San Francisco 49ers wears number 13?
Brock motherfucking Purdy.
This is the year. This is the year. This is the year.
Combo.
This is the year. Hey, Ben, that was spot on, dog. I had to put you at the beginning of the show. That didn't deserve that. You could have closed it out, but I wanted to start. I wanted you to Steve Harvey as opposed to Bernie Mac. I don't know if he'll get that reference.
So, speaking of conspiracy theories and the year of destiny and NFL scripts and all that stuff, can I have a moment of transparency with you, Wayne?
Of course, that's what we're here
All
for.
year long, about midway through the season, people started with the colors of the Super Bowl logo.
Oh, I see.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
And I've been nervous about that because if there's one thing I know, it's that when you identify a conspiracy, it usually goes the opposite way.
Okay.
Once you identify it and acknowledge it, even if it was supposed to be true, that means it's controlled, and the controllers do something to spin it off kilter real quick, just a little bit something. So I got nervous because I would love to see Niners versus Ravens in the Super Bowl, but that made me nervous.
I wonder if
So
if the Raven fans feel the same way, because I feel like they feel like they're going to the Super Bowl. Why are we nervous though?
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you why I'm nervous. Because I was nervous that because it was identified, maybe we don't make it now. That's where I got nervous. Because it was identified, the powers that be, the controllers, may do something a little bit different,
We
right?
gotta get James on the show. I gotta meet James.
Now watch. Oh shit! I'm James. No, block him. Ban him.
I'm not
right
blocking
now. No,
James.
I'm kidding. No, I
need to meet James. Like this is dope. But go ahead.
So I saw a conspiracy theory today that apparently has been going on for a couple of weeks, and I just didn't know it.
About the colors of the Super Bowl?
No. Taylor Swift versus Marshall Mathers.
But why is that a conspiracy? I don't get it.
They're saying that it's the pop star conspiracy. That's why they put Taylor Swift in all of the games for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why they started showing her. And Eminem has been going hard for the Detroit Lions, and he's showing up at all the games and doing halftime music performances. And when he's not there, they got the stadium singing his music and all that. So it's a pop star conspiracy theory now. The Niners don't have a pop star. We got E40, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Low. What's his name?
Shorty
What's my man's name? Shorty Low. We got Shorty Low, right? We got MC Light.
We
got Sweetie, but none of them are pop stars. The pop star conspiracy theory was Taylor Swift and Eminem. Here's my point. I'm gonna rock with that conspiracy theory, and now that I acknowledge it, the controllers got to do something to spin it off kilter and make sure that it doesn't go through. Okay. Now I'm back in it, baby. That's not Pilo, not Shorty Low. It's that Pilo. We sorry.
I'm not, but yeah, I got you.
No. Now let's have a moment of transparency between the two of us. Forget the 100 viewers right now. Just me and you. Who is Pilo?
I don't know. He's a
What
West
is
Coast artist.
what does he do? Is he a rapper or a singer?
Yeah, rapper, but he's a 49er fan.
Give me a song. I rest my case. I have no idea what that dude is. I'm
Dude,
sorry, I've known this man for years.
I stopped listening to music in the 2000s though.
Nah, bro. I still feel like I got my ear to the street, but I don't know who this dude is, bro. I
Nah,
have
I
no
miss
idea who I'm
you.
sorry, and it's
You,
no disrespect at all.
you want to know what I miss about teaching my students? You know why?
Because they would have put you on.
They kept me hip to the game. But I felt like they were off some because they were stuck on that trap, Chicago trap wave with the, whatever. I kind of stopped listening to them too. So then I kind of, it is what it is, man. If it ain't Boys to Men and those guys, I ain't with it. You know what I mean? And look, it is what it is. But look, Mike, that's a pretty cool conspiracy. Let's read these super chats, and then we'll get the show started, man. Because we got a good face-off battle for you guys. We got the two number one wide receivers for each team. And shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew. Shout out to everybody from Nothing But Niners. We appreciate you guys rocking out with us for this long. The show numbers are
You know
getting
what?
better and better. That means they're telling people, they're telling a friend. That's this East Coast
Yes,
thing.
they are.
They're telling a friend to tell a friend, and we appreciate that. And so keep doing it, man. Keep doing it, because what's going to happen is after the Super Bowl, we're going to continue to bring you no harm, no foul. Now, the cool thing is we're going to be talking about anything. Nothing's off limits at that point. Like
Everything, everything.
everything. Go ahead and sing it, baby.
Now, wait, I need to do me a favor.
Okay.
Now, you say, Mike, we need this, we need that. Come up with this, come up with that type of thing, right? We bounce stuff off of each other. You got the breezy bunch, and that's why I feel like that y'all represent very well during the lives, right? If we got 100 viewers, you got 60, I got 40 on the lives. I
Okay.
don't, I don't really care too much about the rewatch, but I'm worried about I'm competitive. I'm competitive.
Good. I like that. That keeps me competitive.
Figure out how to get my live viewers up. Give me a name or help me come up with a name. You don't have to do it right now, but maybe some homework. I
Yeah,
need
let's get the viewers
Sleepy
to do it
Niners
though.
crew. I need y'all to come up with some kind of like the Andrews Alliance. I don't want people knowing I mean, it's out there. My last name is out there, but I don't want people feeling like it's me. But then it is the Breezy Bunch, so it is him. Maybe. All right, Andrews Alliance is a good one. How'd she know what I was going to say? I didn't even get it out all the way. She had already had typed in there. But
I'm
like,
just,
I got,
who
we got
I
to
was
come
about
up
to
with something.
I was about to like, so we can call your group like AA.
Alcoholics Anonymous. Come on, bro. I drink every show. Don't do that. You're gonna make me feel guilty.
No, but that's dope because that's your last. That's the Andrews are not like that. Andrews Angels.
Andrews
All right.
Anonymous. I heard you. See, you fucked it. I mean, you messed it up already. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, bro?
No,
That's cold.
you put the word anonymous in my head. That's what happened. I meant to say alliance. That's what I meant to say. But you said anonymous. It was the last word I heard, and then I heard adventurous. Just call it AA. We don't give a what the AA stand for. Like at this point, but you know what you need?
That's
Like, never mind. We'll talk
Jesus.
about that off the air. Nah, we all need Jesus every single day. But listen, Mike, couple of things, couple of updates. Debo Samuel's back at practice for the second straight day. I'm sure the limitations are being, lifted. But he was back at practice for the second straight day for the San Francisco 49ers. Or Andrews Associates. That'd be cool too. Like sound like a firm.
I
And then you
like
could come out
AA.
to the you could come out to the music. Ding 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 ding. That Dr. Dre the firm beat with AZ and you don't know music. Anyway,
I know what you was. First of all, don't play me. I told you I was watching your last show. I saw you get into Maki Dada, and Chapman had no idea what you was talking about. Don't play me on the music front.
he had no
Don't.
idea what else.
I was sitting there like Wayne. He not me. I
I,
saw that.
but
I
he had
saw it.
no. He said because he
He
started a
started doing
different
this.
pop.
Yeah, I said, "Come on, bro." I was like, "Wayne, he not
Love you,
me. Don't
John.
try it, bro."
Love you,
I
John.
love
You didn't
John.
know.
No,
He didn't
John is
know.
my dude.
He didn't
You know
know.
what I'm
He didn't
saying?
know. He
But
didn't know. He didn't
come
know.
on, bro.
I got you. But I was trying to have,
Trying to play me on that beat.
Anyway, Mike,
Eh,
for the
I think we got to
Lions,
boot this guy too. We got somebody else we got to boot right here. Call us
Lance,
ass.
that's kind of dope because you are
No, it's
ass.
not. You're not calling my people's ass, bro. No. Sorry, no. Absolutely not. We gotta get him up out of here, man. All right,
Your
Imma
left
shut up. Come
guard,
on. We already
Jonas.
halfway through the show and ain't said shit. I'm sorry. Let's
Well,
go. Super
we gonna
chats.
have to maybe we have to extend the time a little bit. Listen, but at the end of the day, Mike, Jonah, their left guard is ruled out. So the guy we started
Officially.
talking about yesterday will be starting. How cool is that? Oh, tell me that's not dope. It's time to take affirmative action, and then you got to get the gavel. You know what I mean?
Let's
It's not
go,
a
baby.
crash sound; it's more of a slam sound. But
I'm feeling them.
so, Mike, super chats real quick. We got a couple of them. I want to get to them, and then let's go ahead and kick off this face off because these two pieces, these two players, are going to be the most dynamic players on the football field.
And yeah, we to be honest,
Can we
I
shrink
think they're
this so
gonna
I can see your face?
oh yeah, I'm sorry. I got the old one up there. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. There you go. My apologies. I think these two guys are gonna make the biggest difference in this entire game, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So we'll break all
Maybe
that
I
down.
took
Let's
the
do
word.
it.
Maybe dynamic was the wrong word though. Maybe I meant impact.
They're gonna
Or is
be
that
the
the
most
same thing?
integral pieces to success for each of these teams.
Okay. Crazy because they number ones, but they play different positions. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it is.
Super
It is.
chat, get
Because
to it.
one's in
Oh man,
okay.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to dive in the bag. Miss Debbie, happy Friday, Wayne and Mike. Blessings to everyone in the chat. People are coming from everywhere to be at the game on Sunday. This is so exciting. Time to get that six Lombardi. The team is primed.
Primed, you jerk.
I thought primed had one M.
Yo, you saw the show, and I saw you do it to Jack's
What
super
the?
chat.
I'm
Wayne,
reading. I'm reading what I see. What the fuck?
you go no.
What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to.
Here's my problem with you doing that to John, because you yelled at me.
All right, primed and ready. Yo, the
Y'all see
funny
how he
thing,
do me?
I meant to remove myself.
See,
that,
because
that joke backfired. Mike, that joke
I
backfired.
remember
I'm out of there.
I remember when I read a chat verbatim, and Wayne was like, "Mike, you knew what the f they meant," and you said "f." You didn't
Did I
curse. You
do
said
that
you
to
knew what the
you?
f they meant. Yes, y'all on this show. On this show, you said, "Mike, you knew what the f they meant. Read it the right way." And then you did it to John and made him read it verbatim. And now you're gonna say "primed," like Miss Debbie. Like, come on, bro. You knew what you was doing. This is the year of the call out. We're gonna call each other out all year, and we're gonna have the fans backing each one of us. You watch. We're gonna have the supporters backing each one. I'm gonna call you out all year on your hypocrisy. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep it gutter in 2024, baby. Let's go.
I'm gonna
Cat
get a
Williams started us off. We're gonna finish it. Let's go.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get a I'm gonna get a special message from Miss Debbie in about
I hope
3.
so.
I didn't do this on purpose though. I thought "primed" was a word, like literally. Like I don't be knowing what be words anymore because there's people I know that just make up words, and I just be thinking that they're words that I just didn't know.
I'll read the last sentence the way it was meant to be read. Time to get that sixth Lombardi. The team is primed and ready for it. Me, 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 me. Let's go, Miss Debbie. Let's go. I got your back. Here, you know what? Wayne read that one. Let me read this one so there's no confusion. Look here, fam. Oh, this is from Elite Archer 23. Look here, fam.
Yo,
Kyle gonna have us
it's
all
right.
disappointed again.
It's right on time. Miss Debbie, I'm sorry. I was reading what was written. Go ahead.
I'll put it back up there just for a second. Let it marinate. I want her to air you out. That's right, Miss Debbie. Let him know. She didn't respond to my text message. I texted Miss Debbie last night, and she didn't respond to my text at all. I know she know I love her, and I know she loved me. But a text of gratitude. Thank you so much, Miss Debbie. She know what she did. I ain't gonna blow her spot up. But
When I
Miss
tell
Debbie
you
know what she did.
I needed this laugh right here. Um, like I'm out of energy from laughing. But I didn't do this to make fun of Miss Debbie. I think that's what you're alluding to. That's not what happened.
Mm, mm.
I thought
Okay.
"primed" was a word though.
Elite Archer 23 says, "Look here, fam. Kyle gonna have us all disappointed again." And he capitalized again. Like again. He should have put it all in caps if put some emphasis on it. All this talk never matters. Kyle already showed he's nervous against Green Bay. Zebras can't change their stripes, kid.
What? Kyle
So
already
what?
showed his nervousness. You said it right the first time, and then you changed it.
Oh, his nervousness. Okay. I said he's nervous for his
Nah,
nervousness. I'm
you're
sorry.
the call
Oh
out.
damn.
You're the
Oh damn.
call out. You're the call out. You just called me out, elite archer. Listen, people not gonna super chat us no more because Mike can't read and Breezy can't read, and I get it. It's not our job to read, but I will say this: he literally read it right and corrected himself, and that is Mike's problem, and that is the issue. That's my point. Then he gonna try to show me up because I'm sitting there being the one. When you put on a spot to read, you don't know. But he had a chance to reread it, pre-read it, read it again as I'm reading it. He could have easily just said primed, right? He could have inserted the prime. He knew I was gonna say primed.
Okay, now watch this. Okay, now watch this. You ready? You ready? Go.
I'm not reading this.
No, no, no. Oh, come on, come on.
Super Bowl 58 is ours. Exclamation, 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 times 10. Yeah. Mike. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, he can't read minds instead of inserting. I didn't insert Miss Debbie's. I read it. You listen, it ain't my fault y'all typing on cellular devices because no one. First of all, where's Sean? Because no one can beat Sean. No one. No one can beat Sean. Sean is the prime real estate of super chats and we trying to figure it out. But Mike, if I'm reading, let me explain to you what's happening. If I'm reading the super chat, because I do this to Mike, so he does it to me. If I'm reading, and Mike is reading it too, but he's pre-read it. He kind of figured out what it was, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah. Jax, I didn't know what the hell you was saying earlier, but John did. Y'all
All right.
listening to the show didn't know neither, because don't sit there and act like y'all didn't know what was going on.
You know what sucks about this being a 30-minute show? I would love to break down and dissect each one of these super chats, but
I
we
know.
can't. Like this is gonna be. Listen, listen. I'll be honest with y'all. It's gonna be longer than 30 minutes. We already. This is the fastest 22 minutes of my entire life. I swear, Wayne. We having a really good time. This does not feel like we've been on for 22 minutes already.
I'll
That's
take the
insane
blame.
to me. That's insane
I'll
to me.
I'll take the blame. Okay. Shout out to Fernando. All right. I'm a former school teacher. No excuses.
Mm,
Here's my point.
that's right. Y'all get him. Y'all get
No, no,
him.
no, 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 no. Because how am I supposed to teach the students if I sit there and try to think what they're saying? I'm going to read what they said and then I'm going to correct it. Did you mean this? Did you mean that? I'm not going to correct my adults. Come on, man. I mean, I do it anyway. But my point is, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's teaching. Like, I'm going to create, they're going to get a bunch of different color marks. And listen, today's kids, okay, they don't even understand grammar. So at this point, it's not even being taught anymore. At this point, penmanship not being taught, cursive not being taught, grammar not being taught. It is what it is. So I'm probably wrong in correcting them. You know what I mean? No, nobody knows. Okay.
I mean, so you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. I'm never gonna fault you, but I am gonna point out the faults when I see them, though. That's
Oh,
this year, and I want you
listen.
to
Listen.
hold me to that
I'm
same
all
standard.
for constructive criticism. You dig?
So how you read this one in? Go ahead, go ahead. I dare you to mess this one up. I bet you can't.
That's being a smart AZ.
See, you a jerk. You purposely went out
But
of your way to mess that up.
wouldn't as have two Z's if I'm going to say as? That's
No,
Arizona. That's being a smart
or
Arizona.
AZ is not AZ. It's as. If it was Arizona, it'd be capital A, capital Z.
Nah,
If she's
nah,
doing
that's
initials
not
for the
as.
state,
As would have two Z's. The
you
fuck
have
are you
never
talking
seen the
about?
initials for a state be lowercase
No, you're
officially.
right,
You're a
but
teacher.
I didn't say that. That's why I said AZ. I didn't say, I said, or Arizona.
Hey AZ, won't you play that song and keep me
No.
dancing all
Hey,
night?
oh, wait. You just corrected my point. His name is spelled AZ. What do we call him? You call that motherfucker as? Sit your ass down.
No.
Nah.
Don't do that
No,
with
no, no, no,
names.
no, no,
Don't
no.
do
There's no,
You
no, no,
can't
no,
do
no,
that with
no.
a
I could
pronoun.
do
You
that.
can't
It
do it with
doesn't
a
matter.
pronoun, bro.
What ass is
Yo,
a pronoun. That's my
this is the
ass.
wildest show
No,
ever. I
listen.
promise you, it's the wildest show ever. Wayne come in here and be trying to go tit for tat, and I like it because he keep me on my toes. Oh, that boy keep me on my toes. But that's a pronoun. That's a pronoun.
It
You
is a
can't do that
pronoun. I'm not gonna discredit you, but my point is we pronounce it AZ. You don't pronounce as. If this was
because he told us that's what we have to call him. Asiatic.
as hold on, bro. As will be in replacement of the word ass. How do you spell ass? ASS, right? How do you spell as? It would be AS, not AZ. So I'm going to replace the two S's with two Z's.
I ain't buying it, bro. But it's
Face
cool.
off.
I'm gonna let it slide.
Oh, we
It's
facing off.
time
You
for
know
the
what we
face.
need to do? We need to face off. That's the problem. We facing off these players and
Mm.
these corny ass players. We need to
You
be
don't want to
facing off.
see you don't want to see me in other challenges. I issued you a slogan challenge, a jingle challenge, and all that stuff. You keep ducking the smoke, bro.
Bro,
You and PT
ain't
don't want
nobody,
the smoke.
first of all, ain't nobody ducking no smoke. It's football season right now, and ain't time for none of that. As you know what I'm saying? All right, you ready?
I've been ready, dog.
Sit
What's
your
up?
ass down, man.
Ladies and
Sit it
gentlemen, it's
down.
time, y'all. It is Face Off Friday, and today we are going to be comparing two of the top receivers for each of these teams, Brandon Aiyuk and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Wayne, it's time, bro. It's time. Now, my question to you is this. How do you determine which guy is actually better? You do it based off of stats?
Ooh,
Do you do it
no,
based off of importance to the team, offensive percentage, production?
I don't
Like,
know. I think I based off of what I see, but what I see from okay, I base it off of what I see.
okay.
I'm not gonna base it off stats. We got a hot take too right here. I wanted to start the show off with this hot take, this face off segment. Amon-Ra, the sun god, St. Brown is better than Aiyuk, and people can hate me for it. Carcast 49ers Talk with his podcast, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. That's his take. And now the question is better how? Now, and so like when you look at these two players, Mike, they're both number one wideouts. But it's crazy because when you look at St. Brown, he's number one from the slot. Not saying he can't line out outside as the X or the Y. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he can't line up as anything else, but he really kills and feasts in the slot. He's like the inverse of like Devontae Adams, who's an outside guy, but can feast in the slot as well. So like when I look at Amon-Ra St. Brown, I get that multiplicity. Is that a movie? I feel like I get that from him.
That's a word, multiplicity. Very good.
So why you look shocked?
That came
See,
off as an insult. My face was my face.
this
No,
is
Wayne,
why the
don't take it that way.
show
Don't take
this
it
is
that way.
why the show
Don't take
like
it that way.
Mike don't think I know SAT words, man. Like that's my
That's
point.
not. Yeah, but you
I didn't say
Wayne.
was that a word. I said was that a movie?
I don't know if it was a movie, but the word was right. And you have breezyisms. You make up your own shit all the time.
Good point.
So I thought you were going with a breezyism, but that was a real word. So I was just giving you the props for using the real word, and it was applicable to what you were saying. I thought it was. I was. I'm not going to say impressed. I was shocked that it wasn't a breezyism.
Can we get that word like patented breezyism? Because that's kind of cool. Like I
I'm
do
with
be
you,
making
bro.
up my
You
words.
got them. See,
All right.
look, and they agree with me too. They agree with me. They know
Okay.
what it is. It's
Yeah.
a breezyism. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, but you
All
came
right,
up
back
with
to it.
that. All right. So like this is a good take because when I look at Amon, that's why I said it goes up for what I see. So what I see from Amon-Ra is consistency and Jared Goff gonna go to that motherfucker no matter what. Like that's what I'm seeing, right? That's that like you can't double in the slot. I mean you can, but like now you taking away from the outside and you taking away from the top of the defense. And when you look at their offensive weapons, not to go away from Amon-Ra, they got speed with Jameson Williams. They got a big body guy and Josh Reynolds. I don't know why I want to keep calling him Harold Reynolds, but yeah, Like I just do. Like right, Reynolds. The only Reynolds I know is Harold. Right.
Rap. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Oh, the rap. That was kind of cool though. That was kind of cool. So like that. That's the issue. So that's why they probably utilize him most in the slot. Get Amon-Ra into space, and so when he catches the ball, it's like he's like he can get open like an Aiyuk, but then he runs like Debo. That's crazy.
Mm, mm. So who you giving the nod to? Or can we do a breakdown? I think the people deserve a breakdown.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say he's a better route runner, but he's damn good. He get open.
Can I ask you, do you remember Brandon Ayuk missing a game this season?
Did he? I
I
felt like
mean,
he
he
did.
did. He only played in 16, but I don't remember which game he
It
missed.
was it was early.
Hmm. Well, both of these gentlemen played in 16 games this year.
Okay, that's pretty even. But Amon-Ra stats is better. Production
Well,
is
yeah,
better.
let's break. I tell you what. You pick a player, you say what their receptions were, I'll say what the other guy's receptions were. We'll do yards, touchdowns, so on and so
Everything
forth,
is gonna be
average per
greater for
reception,
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
everything.
Everything.
Everything,
He missed the Thursday night football game against the Giants.
everything ain't gonna be greater for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's the important one. And that's the one that we need to
Is that the
focus on.
yards per
And if you
catch?
talk,
Give me
boy, if
my
you don't give it,
For
yeah,
sure. Dude,
yeah,
Mike, are we connected, bro?
bro, we've been living in the same house too long. We in sync.
We in
We in
sync.
sync.
Ain't no lie, let's you ba 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 ba. It might sound crazy, but yo, that was my joint. NSYNC was way better than 98 Degrees and the Backstreet Boys.
I was so embarrassed to be a fan of them when I was growing up because I just felt like I was a sellout. But bro,
Okay,
NSYNC was the shiznit. Do you hear me?
that's a dope word. That's a Snoop Dogg word. I know that. That or Dad's corrupt. One of them West Coast words. That's a dope word. I like that word. I
Bro,
learned all. You
like
know where I learned how to come up with the breezyisms? Doggy
from
style.
Snoop, doggy style. You know what I came up with from doggy style? 4 kids. All right, let's keep it moving. Come on, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. I'm sorry, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Let's go. Come on. We'll keep this
Okay.
PG. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is, I was talking like I don't know what other I don't know how you can define doggy style, but yeah, but like yes,
Why? So receptions, right? You got one guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 119 receptions, smoking them,
volume
smoking them
guy.
out there.
But that's my point. Like that's why I said I don't go based off of stats because you're gonna get more volume. Correct? Like that's Jared Goff guy.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
Plus he lines up in the slot. It's easier for him to get them
Open.
receptions. The bam.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Mm.
ma'am.
Mm. You got two-way goes, right? You only have that if you're on the outside, like a real receiver. Sorry. I'm
So now we
sorry. I'm
talking. No, no,
sorry.
no, 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 no. That's a
Sorry.
dog talking right there.
Okay.
That's a dog talking right there.
I
You
done
know.
bit the foam off my microphone. I'm sorry. Let me put it back. I'm sorry.
And last time I checked, you still ain't the number one option in this offense. How crazy is that, yo?
Huh? Say it again. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Okay,
Say it to my good.
I'll say
Let me put both earbuds in. Say that again.
and
Surround sound.
Brandon Aiyuk is still not the number one option in this offense, and he's still over 1,000 yards.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey,
This is what we got to talk about. We gonna make y'all put some respect on Brandon Ayuk's name today.
and,
That's what.
and you know who Brandon Ayuk's gonna make them put some respect on his name on Sunday, because you know what the Lions like to play. They like to play man. Hey,
Oh
you
no, they
know?
don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh my God. Wait. So who's the better receiver against man? Who runs the best and cleanest routes in the NFL? Who gets the most yards separation per route run in the NFL? Hello? Hello?
His name
Is anybody out there?
B A to the freeway. Brandon Ayuk gonna get 2K all day.
Mm,
Hey,
mm,
hey,
mm,
hey.
mm.
Wait, what? Okay. Look, okay. Mike. You know, I try not to pay attention to the chat, but there's a lot of people in the chat that I know personally, and they and I feel like they be taking shots. at your boy Breezy,
When
right?
did you slander Brandon Ayuk? Now, come on now.
I had to ask you so that I can correct it because I will never, ever,
Ever?
ever slander Brandon Aiyuk. Okay, I promise, ever, ever.
Come
Now
on now. Come on now,
back to
bro.
this. I said he was a better route runner than Amon-Ra St. Brown. I said that. That didn't sound like slander. My point is, though, he's still not the number one option in this offense, and he's still producing. You got
Mm,
Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is a force. But listen, the way you defend him, all right, Deommodore Lenoir, Amon-Ra St.
no.
Brown,
Mm,
or any one of they trash ass defensive backs on Brandon Aiyuk, who gonna have today?
Brandon Ayuk. Now, let me be fair. Let me give something to the Don Burrs of the world that watch all of the 49er shows. Let me just give them a little bit of Amon-Ra St. Brown versus Oliver,
We weren't
and then
trying.
Ayuk versus any of their trash ass receivers. Who has the better day?
Isaiah Oliver not
That's
gonna
all,
play.
folks.
Nah, he not playing in the slot in this game. Not in this game.
Yeah, tell him your truth. Tell him your truth, Wayne.
Shit, I don't even want him playing on special teams. Jair Brown better be back and ready to
Come on,
go. I
come
like.
on.
I'm not having that. Now in the NFC Championship game, they tried to experiment. They tried to get experimental inside of the NFC division game because they took the Green Bay Packers lightly, and the Packers came out with a punch. The Packers tried to gut punch the Niners like they did the Dallas Cowboys, but the Niners gut is a little stronger than the Cowboys. So the gut punch
Huh.
didn't work.
Mm,
You
mm.
know how you try to take a person out, you try to knock the wind out of them because you hit them in the gut.
Sure
Nah,
do. I used to box. Yeah,
that
listen. There's nobody better than me that understands the value of a body shot, bro.
that ain't how you beat that 49ers. You can't gut punch them.
Mm-mm,
So so
mm-mm.
so I said that to say, like this defense of the Niners, they're gonna do. I think the number one object or the number one key that the 49ers
Objective. I got you.
objective, the number one key that the 49ers have to do is take away the run. Now,
Yes.
how difficult that's going to be will depend on how the San Francisco 49ers show up. And if I'm the Detroit Lions, to get
Mm,
my receivers acclimated, I'm going
mhm.
to try to set the tone and the physicality of this game.
Okay,
And so
I'm
if
with you.
Amon-Ra St. Brown wants to have a productive game, it's going to be based off of the San Francisco 49ers run game. I mean, the Detroit Lions run game, because that's going to make the Niners have to play a little different. They're going to try to cheat, try to stop the run. And next thing you know, it's going to be slot cooking or what wide receiver cooking, because it might not even be Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Deommodore Lenoir does his thing in the slot. I think it's when they put Amon-Ra outside. The question is, does Lenoir shadow him to the outside? You know what I'm saying? And then you see Isaiah Oliver in the slot on a different receiver or whatever. Like that's the question.
Mhm. So I did a show with Tony last night, and I said that I would have Lenore
Happy birthday,
shadowing.
Tony!
Big dog, sound some horns for my man. You got the buttons over there. Push the damn buttons, man. My man, 49ers resident GM, Tony. Happy birthday, our big dog Tony, man. We love Tony. We appreciate Tony, man, and everything that he does. Um, but yo, um, I said to Tony last night, hey Tony. Tony said, what's up, Mike? I said, yo, what do you think about the 49ers using Demo to shadow Amon-Ra?
Oh my gosh, I just said that.
And then his response was, does that mean that Oliver has to play outside? Because he doesn't do that. And I said,
Oliver
no,
doesn't Oliver doesn't have to play outside.
he doesn't have to play at all
Right.
because you still got Ambry Thomas, who is not going to have back-to-back bad games.
Well, the thing is this, like look, it depends on who they match up in their in the slot. So like here, like I like Oliver in the slot when it's a bigger guy. If Josh Reynolds goes into the slot, I trust Oliver more than I trust Ambry in the slot. Does that make sense? Like I because now you got a 6'4" guy going against a big defensive back, and if Reynolds is the guy to make the catch, and watch this, watch Reynolds be a slot guy. Just watch. I promise you, it's gonna happen, right? If this happens, Mike, that's when you want to insert the Isaiah Oliver, because if he catches the ball quickly, that's where Isaiah Oliver's strength comes in, and it's tackling, right? And it's tackles for losses too, right? Like if they throw the ball quickly to this particular person, he don't have the shifty footwork or the speed to get going super quick. So I think it'll benefit the Niners if Oliver and then you take Ambry Thomas off the field. The one person that never leaves the field is Travarius Mooney Ward, which I think he's gonna have a day trying to cover Jameson Williams. It's just speed. They're gonna try to take him out, take him down the field, things like that. Try to get him winded and then catch him on some double moves. I know it doesn't. I know you don't think it because I see it from your facial expressions, but that's
No, 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 no. My face is I fell victim to you. I read a comment. It's bothering me.
oh
I started. We'll come back to it. We'll come
oh
back to it. It's not important. We'll come back to it. But I do agree with what you're saying. I think that the one type of player that Mooney Ward is susceptible to being exposed, taken advantage of by, is a speedy receiver. But is Williams really that guy? Is Jameson Williams really a speedy guy? He don't have an official 40 because he had that injury.
he's pretty quick, man. It's about the way it's about the way he's able to get open with speed.
Mhm.
But if he's consistently like being a burner, let's say he can go 2 plays running that route to open up the top of the defense to take a safety away, to take your best defensive back off the field. He might not be the target because I don't think Jared Goff would throw him that route unless he saw one-on-one man coverage, no safety over the top. That would be dumb because now you're telling, like, if the safety's not there, now you see that's man to man, and so that's when you would throw it, right? You're going to give your guy the opportunity. But the Niners like to cloud and coverage and kind of make it seem like there's not going to be a safety back there. And the next thing you know, there goes to Sean Gibson. And there goes, this is going to come down. A lot of people are missing. This is going to come down to safeties. And I'm telling you right now, because this is what Jared Goff is going to try to do. He's going to try to get those safeties out of the picture. And the moment the Niners slip up, that ball's going down the field. I was with John earlier, and we talked about how, in the playoffs, Jared Goff only has 3 deep targets in the playoffs so far. And it's because the way the defenses are taking away that route. Jameson Williams is not having great games, but he's a speedy guy on the outside.
Like,
It's almost like having Danny Gray, but not as fast as Danny Gray. If we had Danny Gray, would you utilize him to run routes or to use his speed every single time he's out there?
I mean, if I'm putting Danny Gray out there, I haven't this is his lack of experience in the NFL. All I know of him is speed.
You could say the same thing about Jameson Williams, who's like literally like just playing this year.
I didn't view this is gonna sound weird, and it's not hate. I didn't view Williams as a speed only guy, right?
He's a
I
smaller
I gave him
receiver, right? Smaller guy, quicker guy, and is still being acclimated to the Detroit Lions offense. I think he's learning the route tree, so he might have that up on like a guy like Danny Gray. But then if he runs routes, I mean, all of our DBs, I don't give what you say, they struggle with double moves.
I mean, I mean, if he was 5'9", 5'10", maybe, but like this is a 6'1" guy that like I just when I saw him coming out, right? Before the injury, before the injury, I thought this is a phenomenal all-around receiver. I didn't look at him, Alabama guy. I didn't look at him like a Julio Jones. I didn't see
No,
that.
no,
I didn't see
no.
that. But Alabama does have a pedigree. Like that's wide receiver university over there. Like they get them boys.
Wide receiver university for the NFL. Like them boys get
Yes.
to the NFL, they're gonna be a problem.
Right. Like they know how to scout them from high school.
Because
They
I,
they
I
they do
still
their thing.
prefer like I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I still prefer wide receivers from the Ohio State. I do. Like they're my favorite receivers in the NFL.
I'm an Ohio State guy. I just did that for dramatic effect. Now I'm with you, man. Fuck that. Oh, forget Alabama. Let's go, bro. The Ohio State. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I
We
just
in
I
here.
just I just prefer those wide receivers. I just feel like they're better playmaking wide receivers in the NFL.
More pro ready.
They just better.
Less gimmicks. More well rounded.
Where
All right,
you
we don't
get
have to get into
like
that.
the gimmick
We getting
guys come from
sidetracked.
like LSU, but they're good wide receivers.
What's the there's another team. It's LSU. They're the ones. The yellow and purple, right? That's them.
Uh-huh.
Those are the gimmick guys. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mhm. So
Okay.
yeah,
So when you have listen, back to the meat and potatoes. When you have St. Brown versus Aiyuk, you got a
you
guy
got
that
you got to take
while
him
he
out, Mike.
ton of take who out?
You got a game plan. All right, so here let me ask you this question. Are the Lions game planning for Brandon Ayuk?
Nope.
Okay. Are the 49ers game planning for Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Yep.
Damn.
Now I sound like E40. Nope. Doom, doom, doom. Yep. Doom, doom. Nope. Doom, doom, doom. Yep. Loyal to the soil. Yep. You know that
So
song?
no. So
Cap was in
that's
the video. You don't know that song?
I don't care about that. Anyway, so that's my point. Like that's it.
Got Wayne on the music thing, y'all. I got Wayne on the music thing. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But that so the Niners defense and we're not taking away from the other weapons from Detroit. But I think
Right.
the Detroit's number one thing is to stop Christian McCaffrey. Period. Whatever happens else, they'll take it. But I think they load up to stop Christian McCaffrey. I think the San Francisco 49ers don't want to let Amon-Ra St. Brown get any explosives. You know what I mean? Because that
Yeah,
because when
absolutely.
because he's the tone setter for their team. If they get a big run from David Montgomery or a big run from Jameer Gibbs, cool. Like that's cool. But if they get a big catch and run after the catch from Amon-Ra St. Brown, it'll be a long day, my friend.
I agree. I agree. But
So
here's why I
right.
want to say so this in this face off, we have to compare these guys individually. We don't really do about the matchups. I think the matchups here, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, and I don't think it's close. The matchup favors Brandon Ayuk.
Yes.
And it's not close. And
It,
that's not to take away from who Amon-Ra St. Brown is and the dynamic receiver that he is. It's not to take away from that. But the Niners just have a better secondary, a significantly better secondary than the Lions.
that's the point.
And we are more prepared and apt to control, limit, reduce the production of your number one slot receiver, where the Lions don't have a single guy. If you're telling me right now they're going to put Sutton on him, it's game over.
And they play man too. So like that's what Brock Purdy is gonna be.
Well, so they do. They play man. Okay, can we get this out the way? All teams in the NFL play both,
They play both. But
but
they
they blitz so much.
which is out of man, right? Like
Come on,
predominantly.
come
And
on.
so
Then you
and
gotta
you're not gonna
commit to a
you're
player.
not gonna blitz. You could do some zone blitzing, but that's not their strength, right?
They blitz 36.4% of the time.
Right. And to me, this is where Brock Purdy feasts against the aggressive blitz.
Yes,
Not
they
the
do.
not the scheme confusing blitz. Like look, I'm gonna tell you,
Which is what the Packers tried to do. The Packers
they
show single high,
they
and they
broke. They were trying to confuse him, right? But
yeah,
when Brock Purdy knows it's a blitz,
come
he
on,
kills the blitz. He
bring
kills
it.
it.
He salivates. You ever pick up you ever have a dog? I know you got cats right now. You ever own a dog?
No.
No? Okay, well, for the dog owners out there, because we talk about dogs all the time on the show. If you have a container that has dog treats in it, the moment you pick that container up, your dog comes, he sits at attention. You open that container, the dog does this. You take the treat out, your dog will start to salivate.
Salivate.
He starts to drool. I know what I'm about to get. I'm excited right now. And anything you tell me to do, I'm gonna do it. Sit, lay, they jump. They try to predict what you're about to say. They are so hyped because they know what's about to come. That's Brock Purdy when he knows a blitz is coming. This
You have
offense has blitz beaters built in. You don't have
yeah,
to change protections. You
right.
don't have to motion anybody.
Correct.
The Niners thrive when we know you are going to blitz us.
Is there a difference between disguising a blitz and delaying a blitz? What's the difference? There's a
I
difference. I
don't.
want to,
I I'm not well versed enough to know the difference between disguising and delaying because I feel like if you're not delaying it, you're showing it from the beginning. And if you're not showing it from the beginning, then you're disguising it. So I don't know the difference between a delay and a disguise. So you can
but
break that down for me. I'm
but
ready to learn.
I think you just said it. Like you like most teams when they blitz, they show it, right? And you can still delay the show, like, but the better teams are disguising it. They're lining up base coverage. Your motions aren't moving. Look at the Baltimore Ravens when they blitz, right? They sent
Huh?
blitzes, but they were so disciplined in not showing the blitz. It was well disguised. And then when they did
Right.
it, it just confused the hell out of Brock, right? Now, the
It did.
Lions are more aggressive when they blitz. And so when I look at the
Mm,
Lions blitzing, they're going to give you some blitzes, but they're going to be a little delayed. You might get a linebacker, which I want. Like Alex Anzalone, please come in and blitz so you can get knocked on your behind. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And so
Mhm.
like that's what we want. We want the delayed blitzes. But the fact that they're showing blitz is where Brock Purdy thrives in. And that
Right.
is when he's going to see there's man coverage. He can get the ball out quick. He can just watch, just watch. You've seen it already. You've seen it numerous times this particular season. You've seen it numerous times this particular season. Okay, so like I'm super excited. Here are the players that are ruled out uh for the Detroit Lions. Jonah Jackson, the left guard, starting left guard, is out with a knee injury. Khalif Raymond is also out. And then two players that are questionable: Hendon Hooker, with the tooth, and Chase
The
Lucas
quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. Hooker
with
is
the
the quarterback.
with the he wasn't gonna play anyway, but with Chase Lucas
Right.
with some type of illness. All right. So far for the San Francisco 49ers, no one has been ruled out. Debo Samuel is back at practice. I believe is limited again, just like it was yesterday. Uh, I think Mike and I expect it to be limited to the daggone game, like right, like you're not gonna overwork Debo Samuel, and he'll as long as he plays. The question is he's got to play, like you know what I mean. And so like, will he play is the question. But I guarantee he's gonna show up, suit up, and he's probably gonna show out because that's one of the ways you beat the blitz. Ooh,
We'll see. We'll see. Can we let's I want to get back to the two wide receivers that we are highlighting in this face off. And the injury report is very, very important. We want to bring that to y'all. You know, it's official. The guard is ruled out. I think we all knew that. It's the center that we're questioning, right?
yeah, he's full go. He's back at practice. So Frank, I
Right
believe
now.
Ragnow is back. Yeah, full go
We'll
at
go with
practice.
practice. He
Yeah,
wasn't limited today.
no, no limited, full go. And you want that. Look, at the end of the day, man, like, we talked about it yesterday. The defensive front, four guys, five guys, they got to do their job. And when you get a guy like Jared Goff, the reason why when you look at this matchup, like I wouldn't be surprised, Mike, if Amon-Ra St. Brown has the better day. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Because you know who he reminds me of. I got it. This is his comp, and you can tell me if he's better. What's the wide receiver from the Jacksonville Jaguars? He used to be an Arizona Cardinal. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He signed that big contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars as a free agent. And Christian Kirk. That is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those guys make that offense, their offenses like super go. When we played against the Jacksonville Jaguars, there was only one player that cooked us. His name was Christian Kirk, and he cooks us every time he plays us. What we did was we took everybody else out and we let him have his game. So when I look at those two guys, they both line up in the slot. They both can run routes. They both can line up outside, and they just get their teams going. And then you splash them with some of your other weapons. And so I wouldn't be surprised if St. Brown doesn't have the better day because if the pass rush, if Jared Goff is looking to get the ball out his hand quick, it's going to be to this guy or it's going to be to some type of a check down that they got set up in their offensive game plan.
So I think what I really wanted to highlight the difference between these two, because we haven't said it yet, was the yards per reception.
Right. We talked about that. That was the difference. Yep.
But we didn't give them the numbers, and I need people to understand just how significant it is of a difference.
Good, because I wanted to talk about that. But go ahead.
So while St. Brown has 119 receptions to Aiyuk's only 75, what's the math on that? 25 plus another 19. We're talking about 44 more receptions. While St. Brown has 1,515 yards to Aiyuk's 1,342, we're talking about a difference of what 100 and something. It's
It's
different.
significant. Yeah. Yeah.
12.7 yards per reception for St. Brown versus 17.9.
Hmm.
Guys, we're talking over 5 more yards per reception. We're talking about a half a possession per reception.
Mike, but there's that that
When I say
it,
half a possession, I'm talking about like 1st and 5 versus 1st and 10
no, Mike,
for
you're
every
100
completed pass.
100% with you, bro. But the difference is this, okay? The difference is going to come down to the quarterback. And so when I think about Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk led this team in explosive plays. Like all of his
Oh my
passes
god.
were like damn near over 20 yards. Average. Mike just told us they averaged at 17, right? That's how much.
17.9, almost
So
18. Like for
right. So that's the difference though. So when I look at what Jared Goff is going to do with Amon-Ra St. Brown, he might not have the average, his average per catch might not be as high, but that doesn't mean he won't be more effective if he's getting more targets. And when you look at Brandon Ayuk, like what Brandon Ayuk flourishes when he's the guy that's catching the ball for those 20 plus yards. Remember that? Remember all season we talked about Brandon Ayuk. He was catching 20-yard passes, 25-yard passes. Like his yards after the catch was kind of like insignificant to what Debo Samuel does because they're different. Like they're just different. They got him routing up down the field. You're running the deep route. You're running that 20 to 25 plus yard route. You're getting the 30s, and then he can make people miss. Brandon Ayuk is dope, but that comes down to the game plan, and it comes down to what Brock Purdy is able to execute. We just watched Brandon Ayuk be a non-mother freaking factor against the Green Bay Packers, right? I guarantee you the NFC North game plan is out there on how to defend. Well, and you can say that, well, Debo Samuel, did he cause that? And I believe so. I believe not having Debo out there kind of changed up how they were going to go to Brandon Ayuk. And so I felt like that's why I remember on an earlier show this week, I was saying, Mike, they got to get him involved. 25-yard passes, 20-yard pass, that ain't got to be it. Give him the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Give him the ball quick out in front of him. Give Brandon Ayuk the ball.
you know who heard your cry
Who?
when you said that?
Who?
Madden. Because during your Madden simulation,
The backfield. He caught the screen out the backfield. Listen, I'm saying like you gotta give him the ball.
mhm, mhm, yeah, and see, like, and that's what people don't understand, the touches. Just get Brandon Ayuk more involved. If Brandon Ayuk, with the yards per reception, got as many touches as Amon-Ra St. Brown as a receiver, not out of the backfield, because Amon-Ra St. Brown has some rushing attempts also, but just as a receiver,
Good
he would
point,
have
Mike.
finished the season with 2,130 yards, bro. He'd have been BA2K for real. Think about that.
They don't factor him in there like that, and I never understand why. Because his rookie year, they had to, and they utilized him, and he was dynamic. We would see him run the jet reverses and all that type of stuff and whatever. And I'm not saying I want to see that all the time, but when you're playing a game to where you can go home, you got to pull out all the cards, which sounds like we getting down to the coaching. But at the end of the day, like I trust Brandon Ayuk to execute no matter where I put him on the football field.
So look, let's get ready to wrap this thing up here, right? I think that if you are on the side that Amon-Ra St. Brown is a better wide receiver than Brandon Ayuk, I won't argue against you. I won't. You have
Okay,
the right to feel that way. He's forced to produce as a part of that offense. He's forced to produce. Where Brandon Ayuk, it's more of a luxury. He's more efficient. He's a better route runner, but they don't have to call his name so many times because of the other playmakers
understood.
that are around him. Again,
Understood.
option 4 versus option 1
Hmm.
in the passing game. In the passing game, Brandon Ayuk is option 3, but overall in the Niners, he's option 4. Okay? In the passing game in Detroit, St. Brown is option 1. Let's just say you want to say, I like St. Brown better. Cool. They call his number more often. I'll even respect that. Who is going to make the biggest difference for their team in this game? That's where the real face-off is. That's where the real face-off is. If we
It's oh,
if you're lining St. Brown up in the slot and the Niners are all of a sudden getting some pressure because that center's injured, that guard is hurt, and you got a dink and dunk to St. Brown against one of the fastest linebacking cores in the NFL, against a guy who likes to play man and Diamador Lenore, against a guy who's really, really good in one-on-one versus Aiyuk and their outside guy, it's a night and day difference. The bigger plays will be made by Brandon Aiyuk. More targets and opportunities will be given to St. Brown. But the
yeah.
bigger plays, the more critical plays, the more crucial game defining moments easily will go to Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah, like, and I said, like, if I what I said was, if things go according to plan and they show
Mhm.
man coverage, all right, and Brock gets the time, play action, drop back, Ayuk will have more explosive plays. I said that. That is what Ayuk does. He beats coverage downfield. Now, if they don't do that, if the offensive line doesn't hold up, if that defensive front of the Detroit Lions is forcing you know, Brock Purdy to get the ball out of his hands super quick, I feel like that's where Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to excel over Brandon Ayuk. So it's going to come down to that. I do agree with you that he's going to have the bigger plays, make the bigger impact, but that's if it goes downfield. So it's
And
crazy, right?
and even still, let's just say it's a get the ball out quick because of the blitz. What does blitzing mean? What is the definition of a blitz, Wayne?
Is
Just
when
a
they
what?
send more defenders than and then they have in coverage. So like at the end of the day, like that's where Brock has to look. Brock has to excel in that, which he's been doing. I'm not worried about that. The question is, I don't think it's going to Brandon Ayuk on a blitz. If it's all out blitz, just throw the ball in the air. There's only one guy back there probably defending. Like it just it's a
Yeah.
safety. Just throw the ball in the air to one of your receivers. They should be able to come down with it. You know what I mean? Like
If you were on a defensive team against the Niners, which receiver are you going to bracket? I'll give you a hint. Refer
it,
to what Green Bay did last week.
it's always Brandon Ayuk.
Always. So even if he doesn't get the targets,
But that
he's going to be
changes
bracketed and they're blitzing, which means somebody.
open. George Kittle will have a day. But Mike, hear me out. That that they bracketed him because of more to the injury of Debo Samuel. I'm not gonna say that wasn't their game plan, but Mike, if you take out the dynamic weapon of a Debo Samuel and they got
Mm,
one wide receiver, I mean Jawan Jennings had a day. He
mm,
didn't get over 100 yards, which would mean he really had a day. But he caught some really critical passes in man
right.
coverage on this defense. So the Niners can beat man. The question is, will Brock be able to decipher the zone and drop the ball into the right spot for his guys? And so like that is I'm not worried about it, but that's what we need to see. That he did it all season long. So I guarantee you're going to get it again. We're thinking they're coming out in a lot of man. They're going to come on a lot of man zone concepts. Watch, just watch, because they don't want to get beat down the field. because Brock has zero problems throwing the ball down the field to his guy, whether it's Brandon Aiyuk, George Kittle on a route. It doesn't matter.
Right.
The
Right.
touchdown was on in man coverage. The touchdown against the Packers, they bit. Kittle had his guy beat badly. Niners beat man
Mhm.
coverage badly. Like when they beat it,
All the time.
they beat
Regularly.
it. Yeah,
Yes, they do. Yes,
yeah,
they do.
agreed.
Yes, they do. All right. Listen, let's start to wrap this thing up. We got to get back to the super chats because they just don't know how to stop giving, and we appreciate y'all for it.
Oh wow, great show too, by the way.
We appreciate y'all for it. Here we go, man. Listen, there's no right or wrong answer. Y'all take whatever receiver y'all want to take. Fantasy wise, take St. Brown. It's cool. They're gonna force him the ball. Raymond's out. Wayne just told y'all the injury report. Raymond's out. He's their wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, depending on how you look at it, right? Because while he's a slot guy, St. Brown is also out there if they just run out there with 2 wide receivers.
Facts. He's
He's
still their
never not
number
out there.
one.
It's the
That's
it's the weirdest
okay.
slot because slot you think of as a third wide receiver, right? But
Right, right.
but
No,
he's
it's
always out there.
he's their number one that can play in the slot. That's why I said these are the two number ones.
Yes.
But that's why I
Mhm.
said, why not put Aiyuk in the slot? I remember you saying that's not what he played all season. I don't give a fuck. He's a number one guy.
Try it out. But Kyle, I don't want
Nah,
to
we
get
don't
into
have
it.
time
I'm
for
with you.
that, man. We'd be here for
I'm
another
with you.
2 hours to talk about that.
So Jax corrected herself. She said, "Ass the fuck." Like you know what I was saying, Wayne. Say
You
it.
just that's not what she wrote.
She didn't say it, but I want you to read it.
You just read it.
All right, fine. I'll let you go.
And you
Read this one
cursed. You
again.
said the bad word too. You want me to read
Sorry.
James's? He said, I had
Yep.
her teacher once. He said, sit down. I said, nah, my ass hurt.
He ain't say my AZ hurt. He said my
I
ass
said,
hurt.
I know what he said. Saying it and spelling it's two different things.
Jax is crazy. Jax,
Nah,
Jax said, hit him in the peanuts coochie. They go to their knees.
what football player got a
She just going for nut punches, man. There's a kicker. There's a girl kicker in college.
this ain't college?
Hit him in the jewels, bro. Hit him in the jewels. Oh, hey, listen, man. Hey, it's not. It's if you ain't trying to cheat, you ain't trying to win. That's what some people. That's the Bill Belichick motto, right? ZD the Dark One says here. Oh wait, it's your turn. Go ahead. You want this one? Or you want me to take it? Actually, you read it to me because it says, "Hey, Mike." Go ahead. So you got it.
Hey, Mike,
Yep.
sorry about yesterday. All I was trying to do was share a picture of a Lions fan getting the Super Bowl tattoo on them. I seen it this morning. Shout out to Troy. He sent me that this morning.
Oh, so that was the link. Okay, I know what he's apologizing for. So I saw just a random link in there, and I said that was weird. I even said it. I said ZD the Dark One is like a regular, so I didn't understand it. He posted a link in the chat, and I'm quick to block links because we've seen the spam bots and things like that just pop up in our feed. So I didn't, and I said it. I said I'm not going to block them. I'm just putting them on a timeout. So Zeta, you did not have to pay for this. Although I probably wouldn't have seen it. I do appreciate you getting some clarity. I thought it was cool that you came back in here to rectify it, let us know what it is. So thank you very much for the clarification. We appreciate it. And then the one message I saw that distracted me during the show made me give you the stink face that you thought I was talking to you. GSU for Life One says, Mike be lying. He's a former boxer, a chef, a former wrestler. Well, damn, Mike, what haven't you done? I never claimed to be a chef. I just said I like to cook and I'm good at it. I never claimed to be a wrestler. That's my cousin Duck, the Panthers fan. I've never wrestled a day in my life. I got brothers. We've wrestled that way, but not professionally. I don't. Boxing, I did. We can get the gloves. I'll spar with anybody out there. But I have no idea. Yeah, it's the year of the call out. Exactly, Christy. It is the year of the call out. I'm with all the smoke this year. I'm with all the smoke this year. But I never claimed to be a professional chef. I just like to cook. There's a big difference. In fact, how y'all calling me a chef when Wayne had the whole cooking show on his shit? He had a whole 2 seasons of cooking. It was
Because
like
then,
chefing with
Mike,
Breezy.
you complaining. He watches your show, and apparently on one of your shows, you said you be chefing. I'm sure you
I
said
said I
that.
like to cook. Have I ever called myself a chef? No. My family said they said no.
They don't be remembering stuff. She didn't even know my
They live
name.
with me. They know I don't.
She didn't even give me. She didn't even give me a shout out. She gave John a shout out.
Oh, you still mad at my daughter? I was talking to my wife just now, but you still throwing shots at my baby. Wayne's still showing. He's still throwing shots at you, baby. He still look at. She gave you the face again. She
Listen, when I
go.
tell you, man, you could be the year to call out. I'm gonna be year of petty. I'm gonna be petty king all the way.
Wayne.
Yes,
Uh-oh, now you got Mama Bear involved. She said, "Who got problems with my daughter?" I said,
nobody,
"Wayne." She said, "For what?" I'll have
nobody.
to explain it to you off camera, baby. Don't worry.
I'll explain it to her. I got no problems. I'll let her know exactly what it is. We won't do it here. Not on no harm, no foul. Mm-mm.
Oh man, listen, God, it's all love. We really hope you guys enjoyed the show today. I'm taking Brandon Ayuk over anybody, almost
Yeah,
anybody in the NFL. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. It's like 10 receivers I would take over
10.
Brandon Ayuk. I think I got a list of all right, it's a strong
That's
6.
a whole nother
Strong
show.
6.
I would love to have
It's a
that
strong
show.
6. Just off the
Damn.
top of your head, listen, don't put a lot of thought into it. Off the top of your head, how many you taking over Brandon Ayuk? Just give me a quick number. Don't name them in your head. Just
I would say
it's 5 or
five.
6, right? It's 5 or 6. It's right there.
Yeah,
It's right there.
I
I
feel
I
like
lied
he's
with the
in.
10.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I
Because
I lied with the 10. I did.
you know why I said that? Because I'm looking at it as the fact
Targets.
if Brandon Ayuk was on a different team, he'd be the best receiver in the
Come on,
league.
bro. Come on, bro. If Brandon I don't get me started. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You put him on another team where he's got to be the number one, where he's a focal point of the offense,
Best
of the
receiver in the
receiving
league.
core. It's game over. It's
Yeah,
game over.
yeah.
And he liked the block.
Right.
Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk is the George Kittle of the wide receiver position. How's
You know
that?
that rumor is Brandon Ayuk's going to Kansas City, which I don't know how because the Niner own his rights. But at the end of the day, like it's a possibility. I know.
They still. Go ahead, Wayne.
Mike, red and gold blooded super chat contribution. Aren't you supposed to be? So I told him to sit his ass down. That's what happened.
There we
So
go. Hold
I
on.
like,
Hold on. Hold.
yeah, yeah. I
You know
told
what?
him. I
Wait,
told
wait.
Mike
Don't
he.
wait. No. Don't respond yet. Hold on. I'm gonna let you know exactly when I want you to respond. Hold on. Give me like 30 seconds. Hold on. You ready? I don't
Mhm.
even need 30. Oh, wait. Damn. Hold up. Let me fix that. Hold on. Uh, it might be 30 seconds. Hold on. I'm gonna let you know when to respond. You're gonna know exactly when to do it too. You ready?
Mhm. How you not know how to control your controllers, Mike? You've been doing this before me, but at the end of the day, I told him to sit down. It didn't look right for the ops. Like he standing up and he couldn't get his good train of thought. Like he was messing up too much. I was like, just sit down, man. It's only for 30 minutes. You stand up after. That's what happened. Ready to go blood. I told him to sit down. That's what happened. Yeah. All right. So you guys know that. All right. What a what a great show. What a great show. Mike, you ready to take us home?
I'm ready to go home, bro. I am nothing if not a team player, man. I am definitely a team player. I take constructive criticism, especially when I know it comes from a place of love. I'll take it and run with it, bro. I'm
Oh
all
yeah.
about the team. So, that's how we get down over here, man. This right here, what y'all see, synchronicity. Wayne and I be on the same page. Wayne can
Mhm.
maki dada with me. You understand what I'm saying? No shots,
Mm.
no shots, no shots. Click, click, boom, baby. No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl.
You got to do the click click boom the official way
I
too.
I just did it. I just did it.
No,
When you
that wasn't the official way. You said click click boom baby.
y'all ready?
Yeah.
Click, click, boom. No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl.
Hold up.
I'm Mike.
Hold up. Oh, I deleted it. My bad. There we go.
Mike, you've been in your bag. I've loved the show lately. That's all we asking for. Not acknowledgement. We want y'all to love the show.
That's not what it says.
Uh,
It says
Go ahead, Wayne.
IV
No, no,
love
no,
the
no, no.
show.
Wait. Okay, hold on. No.
There's
I'm a
no apostrophe either.
make it big. Go ahead. You break this down. Go ahead. I'm gonna listen to the breakdown.
Mike, you have been in your bag. That could be a L. That could be that's a V. That's definitely a lowercase V. That's I'm not gonna say Las Vegas, but you've been in your bag and loved the show. He could have even left out the L. Let me stop. I'm the worst.